Welcome to Suzuka, and welcome to Japan. We are ready for yet another round of Formula One action live on the Speed Channel, as all 22 drivers are ready for yet another round of incredible Formula One action, as all 22 of these guys are here in Japan and they're ready to rock and roll. It's F1 here on Speed. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back. It's F1 time. As you can see, we got some guys with either new liveries, well, not necessarily new liveries, but new suits and new helmets. First off, we have Lewis Hamilton, our last Grand Prix winner. He now has a new red helmet for the occasion here in Japan. And Aston Martin, they have an all-new suit change, and Fernando, even at the occasion, changed his helmet. You can see right there, he's got a silver helmet today. Yeah, really cool. Aston Martin, it's their first season with Honda, and it's Honda's first home Grand Prix with a new team, that being Aston Martin. However, they are very, very slow and inconsistent, so don't look too excited for the Aston Martin team unless something interesting will happen. Yeah, I reckon that. But it's practice time, everyone. Let's do this. First practice in Japan. Let's go. So as you can see right here he is. The guy who won it all in China in a Ferrari 1-2 in our last race. Last weekend, it was Lewis Hamilton. Sir Lewis Hamilton taking home the Grand Prix victory in China. And boy, I can tell you, he is hot and he's looking for yet another victory. Here is another guy who has to be absolutely livid after last weekend, Bent Oliver Junebug. He has got to be absolutely furious after last weekend. The weekend was starting off so perfect for EN7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac, but they fell off due to bad luck and 5-second penalties, and that resulted in a 6th and a 7th place finish, with Bottas finishing 6th and Junebug finishing 7th, or the other way around. So you gotta wonder what is on their minds going into this weekend, because I believe we're in another track in the Asian continent, and so like China, you gotta be thinking, what are you supposed to do next after what was supposed to be a very good Grand Prix? It was going to be a perfect Grand Prix weekend, and then it turned into quite a disaster as we watched Junebug complete his first laps here in China in the 2026 season, only 4th here in FP1, as George Russell currently holds the fastest time in the Mercedes. Hamilton and his teammate Valtteri Bottas, well, not Hamilton's teammate, but Junebug's teammate Bottas, he'll go on a very fast lap. And there's Kimi Antonelli. Antonelli's starting his lap right now, so look out for him. As well as Max Verstappen, first time here in Japan without Honda. He's now powered by Ford, and so is the entire Red Bull camp, including their sister team, Racing Bulls. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. The Japanese fans, they are really awesome fans, and it's just absolutely incredible. As Bottas, he's up to 3rd, so Valtteri's looking good. I think Junebug is just letting off because he's just sandbagging for a minute, which is fine. I mean, it's first practice, but it comes second practice and third practice, especially qualifying, you gotta pick up the pace a little bit. Yeah, some guys just want to slow down a little bit before they can. Oh no, there's a collision! Oh no, George Russell! The guy that's the fastest time, George Russell, hits last weekend's race winner, Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton is out of first practice here in Japan. That's not what he wanted. Oh, that is not good. And Russell, Hamilton, there is some problems. Again, that is not what either one of these guys came to do. So this is looking fairly interesting right here. As we can see, Bent Junebug currently 9th overall, but for Bent, I bet he's looking really interesting so far. Yeah, we gotta be absolutely disappointed after China, after finishing 6th or 7th place. But either way, for Junebug, you gotta be thinking. Sometimes these guys, they just want to pick up the pace a little bit. And for Junebug, first time out, I think it was just sandbagging a little bit. But here we go. Second lap. Is it fast? Oh, it is. It's 4th. Not quite pole, but I think he'll take it. He'll take 4th place. Yeah, 4th ain't bad for him exactly. For EN7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac, that's actually not bad. If anything, that's actually good to him. And the V-Car boys, Lawson and Lindblad, they take 6th and 7th place. And Hulkenberg is in 8th in the Audi, while Carlos Sainz is in 5th. Never mind, Hadjar takes 8th. And actually, Bortoletto, he'll take 10th. So both Audi drivers are now in the points. Really good. That's a really good performance by the Audi guys. They've been looking fairly impressive this season. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing what else Audi can do, because again, they've been looking absolutely incredible as of recently. So you never know what they could do. As Bottas, he'll stay 3rd. Verstappen will take 7th. Here comes Oscar Piastri. And look at the time. Oh, he's not set a lap time yet. Okay, so he's not set a lap time yet. Here comes Kimi Antonelli. Antonelli goes up to 5th in the Mercedes. That is very good pace from him. Yeah, exactly. The pace from Kimi Antonelli is looking fairly good as of recently. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what else Andrea Kimi Antonelli can do behind the wheel of the Mercedes. Andrea Kimi Antonelli. He's been looking fairly impressive in the Mercedes Formula One team, as well as his teammate Russell, who currently holds the fastest time. But I reckon how the stewards are going to respond to that collision he had earlier with Sir Lewis Hamilton. Now, George Russell, he's been looking forward to this weekend all year long, which is pretty unusual because usually Russell, he's not really that fond of Japan or China. He likes both weekends, but he just wants to be at his home Grand Prix in Silverstone in the United Kingdom. But of course, you always want to look forward to your home race weekend. As we can see, Lando Norris. Oh, there's a Williams right there. And Norris, I think he's in 15, so I'm not sure if that's the same place. He's in 15, so we'll just watch Oscar Piastri. Let's see. Now, this is the real lap time. Piastri, I think he just tied Russell. I think they have the equal lap time. I think they have an equal lap time. George Russell and Oscar Piastri. Oh, absolutely incredible pace from the McLaren. Yeah, the McLaren F1 team, they've been looking absolutely incredible. But now we're down to the final couple of minutes of practice as we watch Bent Junebug getting ready for his lap. So what can Mr. Oliver do? Bent Junebug, better known as Oliver to his family, and let's see what he can do. Alright, he stays 5th. Top 5 is basically that's kind of Junebug's requirement place, if you will. Yeah, it's fairly interesting seeing Junebug in this kind of place. Sometimes he wants to go a little bit faster, but either way, it's really good for him. And truly, you'll never find throttle control like Junebug. Yeah, and now here we go. Down towards the downhill in the turn, 30 seconds left on the clock. These cars are rolling down, they're bumping over the curves and rolling down towards the hill. This is just like Portimao in Portugal. Yeah, the Portuguese Grand Prix, that's gonna be coming up soon due to the cancellation. The Bahrain Grand Prix, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia were both canceled due to the war going on. So we got replacement Grand Prix, which will be announced very soon. And there it is. First practice here in Japan, in Suzuka, has officially concluded with George Russell. He has the fastest time with Oscar Piastri. I think they're really even. I think they tied in terms of lap times. Yeah, I think they basically have, so that's really good. As here he comes, I don't know, it's coming across the line. And Lando, that was a bit of a collision right there, but he's up to 7th. Not bad for Lando. The EN7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac boys, They're fourth and fifth. Leclerc's in third. Piastri second, and George Russell with the fastest time. I was kind of expecting to see Lewis Hamilton put up a really fast time, but unfortunately, he was taken out in a collision with George Russell, which is really disappointing because they were teammates prior here, and they earned that performance. So either way, despite the DNF from Hamilton, great performance from George Russell. Now, Max Verstappen, now 1 year ago, he actually did fairly well in this Grand Prix, but he wasn't able to get the Grand Prix win here in Japan. That belonged to Ben Junebug last year, of course, before EN7 Racing signed on to collaborate with Cadillac. And now, in his new partnership with Ford, he's thrilled to get the opportunity as he'll finish off first practice. Yeah, last year it was looking good for him, but he'll come home 10th. So George Russell, look at the times. Whoa. Leclerc, he's actually tied. Bottas and Leclerc, they tied for third and fourth. And Piastri is 1 second off from George Russell. Then it's Ben Junebug, Kimi Antonelli, Lando Norris, Arvid Lindblad. And then as we look on to the rest of the lap times, in ninth, it's Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen. Isaac Hadjar is still in 14th, and of course, poor Lewis. He's dead last, 22 out of 22 cars. And well, see you tomorrow for second practice. What an interesting weekend we got here in Japan.